Crab time, crab time, crab time. Crab time, crab time, crab time. Chicken here, bring you another Mega Crab video. In today's video, guys, I finally have some decent hits to show you. I know it's been like a salty chicken kind of run through the Mega Crab so far, guys, but I'm really happy to bring you some half-decent hits. The way I'm going to do this now, I'm not going to do them live anymore. If you saw my last video where the Wi-Fi kind of wrecked the chicken, guys, we're not getting into any more of that nonsense, so we're going to go ahead and show how we did stage 35 here first. We'll get into this one. This was the same stage that you saw me fail on, so we'll just go through it quickly here. This is exactly this is literally the exact same attack that I used that you guys saw me do, so there's no point really in going over it, but I'm just going to show you that we did have to do it again. I did have to go through it, and we did finish it this time. And it actually was connected. Like, that's good. That's what we want. We want the attacks to go through and be connected. Okay, so 35 was good. 35 was good. 36. This was excellent, guys. This was excellent. So, stage 36. Let's take a look at this for a second. Like, how many of you remember this exact base from Mega Crab last time? Now, I am proud to say that I didn't, like, look up any of these attacks on YouTube or anything. This is all just from the chicken's mind, which is, like, pretty dangerous place to be most of the time when you're playing at attacks. But, I remember this specific base from the fourth Mega Crab, the one that we had, the Halloween Mega Crab that we had in October. And I remember doing 4-4 Hooka and just walking up and plowing through, like, literally everything. And you see that's what I did here, and it actually worked out really well. So what I did was I took out those rocket launchers at the back, and the only thing I was thinking there was to save shocks. Now obviously I'm fully boosted, so I can have a lot of shocks to play with, and especially for these especially on the front here, all of this stuff was more or less like I didn't need to worry about it because of my heavies, and obviously I have 2 troop health statues boosted, so that obviously helps a lot. But I think for the most part, I mean, like a pack of machine guns, you're not really gonna have to worry about when you're using heavies. So you see my shock priority there is I am worried about the rocket launchers, but I'm mostly concerned about the rocket launchers paired with the boom cannons because I need my heavies to stay alive. And you see it actually gets really close here towards the end. We'll speed it up just a touch. So you see we start to move in on the core here, and I think I flared I'm pretty sure I flared the shield a little early. Just because I got a little chicken nervous. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it or not because I didn't have that many heavies left. But you see when I actually flared the shield, or the core I should say, the heavies moved in a little closer and they were out of the range of those cannons and stuff on the outside. So that really helped there. And you see we just scraped by the skin of our beaks, guys. And we were able to get our first solo. I feel like that's my first friggin' solo since like stage 21 or something ridiculous. So that was stage 36. Stage 37, I think this could be a solo too if you do it well enough. This wasn't a horrible attack, but basically my plan was, again, I remember this base almost specifically from the the fourth Mega Crab. There we go. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, guys. I'm just like, the brain's not even activated anymore. I'm just like a Mega Crab machine at this point. But I remember the stage from last Mega Crab, and I remember what I did was I smoked Hookas up to this side, behind the shield gens is where I'm trying to point to. But I remember I smoked Hooka up behind the shield gens, and then I made my way over behind the core. You can see there's a lot of stuff behind the core, so that's not actually what I ended up doing to finish it this time, so we'll speed it up a little bit here, guys. So you see again, I'm kind of getting away with a lot. I'm finding using spread out Hookas is working better for some of these later stages because it's too much to use 2 boats of heavies and even 3 boats to some extent and have to smoke them to such long areas because you don't have that many heavies, so you kind of have to keep them alive. And you see here a really big key on this one specifically when you're using Hooka like that is make sure you flare up enough that like if I was just to let them go, then all the Zoogas and heavies would be standing together. So I flared onto the shield gen that was further away from them, not the ones that was really close to them, so that the heavies would so that the heavies would be able to get out way in front and start eating the rocket launcher damage for me. And you see here, there's just too many rockets and mortars and stuff pounding away at the heavies. They could only take so much, guys. They can only take so much. So that was my first attack on stage 37, I believe. Yeah, and then we finished it off here. This is a pretty good chicken attack. I think this was pretty all right. Yeah, so for this one I was super nervous about. I hate these attacks where it's like it looks like on paper it should be like, okay, like look at this, like I should be able to finish it, but then when you actually get to it, it's like, okay, where am I gonna get the hookahs exactly? I've just succumbed to the fact that I'm going to have to use hookahs, and that's just what I'm gonna start using for the most part and trying to do my best with it. I feel like if I did better hookah attacks from the start, then this probably would have been easier. You see right here, the chicken's trying to plan out a bit of a landing. So basically, when you're landing the heavies and Zookas, I've been watching a few YouTube videos, and there's actually a lot of people that aren't doing it properly. Not that I'm an expert or anything, guys, but it's just something that has helped me, so maybe it can help you too, and it'll be easy to understand. All I'm talking about is just, I flare the Zookas like I would all Zookas, and I flare them down to one side, and then when I flare them to the next point that they're going to run to, that's when I put my heavies out, because they're so much faster that they can just kind of run there, and it doesn't really matter how like widespread they are, or how tight they are, because they're going to get to the flare so quickly that unless it's like a massive distance, it's going to be fine. And the only other thing really, like, it's not that hard to use. Like, the only other thing is when you're smoking them on the core, you put the front smoke first, then the two sideways ones, so that the smoke in the front lifts first, and then everything targets the heavies, and then you have your two smokes at the back to cover the Zooka spread. The critters was just because I had extra GBE. I knew I only needed 4 shocks. Because there's only like 400,000 health left on the base at this point. There wasn't. It was a pretty big shield, but I don't think it was over 4 million. So it's not like the last crowd where we were getting these insane like 7 million health shields. Maybe we'll see them on stages 45, 50 plus around there. All right, so we'll dive into stage 38 here, guys, and just take a quick look. I did my first attack here. I just did it a minute ago, but I already forget how it was. I think this one is possible to solo as well. I'm probably gonna be kicking myself tomorrow when videos come out on how to solo 38 or whatever, but I think the best way to do it is kind of how I started it here, is just to farm up stuff on the right side and and then smoke over down to the left. Now I'm not sure where the best spot to smoke is. You see me clearing the mines there on the left behind the core, and my plan was to get behind the core and just kind of clear everything out. But I mean, by the time I got there, there wasn't a whole pile of GBE that I had left that I could do. So you see here right now, all I'm doing is just clearing the front out, taking a few extra critter batches with me to help with the doom cannons. There was actually a taunt tower that I took out. You see right there, just kind of above the shield gens in front of that sniper tower that I took out before. Excuse me. So right there, I think I was just clearing mines. And you see here, it was just really expensive on the GBE to get all my Zookas. I had like, I think I had 1 heavy with me or something like that. We'll speed the walk up a little bit here because nothing really comes of it. So yeah, they peak a little bit there, but I don't think I really lost any. But just by the time I get here, guys, I had like no GBE left. I think I had enough for 1 shock and 1 med kit. So it wasn't enough because I needed 2 shocks minimum, and I needed a lot more Zookas than what I had with me. Actually, I needed more heavies or shocks or something. I just had a pocket full of Zookas left, and the shield was still too big. I probably should have, if you don't have a massive boost, then you're probably going to be better off to take off the shield gens. And like with all the GBE I used to get to the back of the core, it would have been better you spent, I think, taking out the shield gens. But of course, chicken, going for the hero attacks, guys. Always going for the hero attacks. So yeah, that's exactly where we're at Mega Crab. I'm feeling a lot better about it now. We'll check the high score real quick. Back in the top 5, guys. I don't think we'll check the rock. It's cool that the rock plays Boom Beach. I didn't know that. Like maybe we could do a collab sometime. I'll try to get in touch with them, guys. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the Mega Crab videos for tonight. But I guess this will be the first one tomorrow morning. So hopefully by then we can get the juices going, guys. Get in a bit of a roll. kind of wanted to get to stage 40 by tonight, but I don't know. It's all over the place, guys. It's all over the place. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Let me know how your crab attacks are going. Any tips or whatever for me that you want to see, let me know that down in the comments, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting. I gotta stop repeating myself. Chicken out.